Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and we've been doing a bit of stuff off camera. Like I said, we're basically trying to get through this build as quickly as possible, but I want to do as much of it on camera as possible. So we're going to walk through what has changed, what we're working on, and what the rest of the design process is going to be moving forward at this point, at least with where we are right now. So first we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week, as well as setting up for a terrific weekend. We have made it through another another 5 days, right? Oh, supply transport. Nice. All right, so when we were together last time, I was working on a few things, including, you know, the little reactor area back here. So we've gone ahead and put some reactors in, and I'm actually liking the way that this array came out. So we've got a bunch of small reactors with conveyor blocks in the middle, conveyor junctions specifically, tying all sorts of small reactors together. And kind of went a little ham with the amount of power this is going to generate. And then we have the large reactor here, so in case we decide to put any type of defensive structure, because we are going to put a shield emitter on the ship. We'd already talked about that a couple of times. One of the things that I did is I'm trying to decide, or I should say one of the things that I am working on currently is trying to decide how I want to run the cargo area. So I've got two choices. Now, one of the things that we had talked about previously was just having this side of the ship here come up over everything across the top of the cargo containers and then down and meet up on the other side. So I don't know if I want to do that, because that's going to create a huge area in the middle of the ship where it's just blocks, which might work. But it will create basically a giant flat plate, a giant flat space. So what I'm thinking is we do something a little bit different. Let me grab some of this out of here, and basically I'm thinking we're going to take this line of blocks out, and these were all previously welded up, so I came through and ground them down a little bit so I knew which area to break them in. Yeah, so that's good. We're gonna see if we can take the rest of these out, because what I'm thinking is that we're gonna let our turrets run a little bit. Oh, hello. But yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna take these out, simply because I want, what I'm kind of thinking here is we do full blocks to this point, and then we have, do I have any interior plates? No. I dropped some parts in one of these, but I don't remember which one. So, oh, look at that. Perfect. So what I'm thinking is we do conveyor blocks on these two, like on these two lines all the way down, and then we'll run a skeletal arm over this. So these lines will basically be where our skeletal structure comes into play. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of these, because I'm kind of wanting to have the cargo containers exposed in some manner, because I really like, I mean, look at the way that comes out. That's a really interesting design, you know. It's like, so I'm thinking we may do 1, 2, 3, So if we do, we want the tubes, and I want the tube adapters. I want that to go there. And so what I'm thinking here is we do something like this. We want you to be not a T-shape, we want the curved. And we don't even have to weld these up. That's what I like about it. Because everything's connected through other ways, or we could actually connect it in through other ways. But I'm kind of liking the way that looks. And I really want to keep that appearance. And what we're going to do is, even though we may not leave this open, or we may not have this... Oh, it got dark as hell in here. Hold on a second. Are you exposing something outside? No. And are you exposing something outside? No. No, okay. That's even better. What about you? I don't think you are. No. But you are. Actually, what are you... You're just covering that. So you're not even covering anything overly vital. Let's go... Let's do something like this, I think. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have these guys. We're basically going to have these just in case, you know, something actually, like if the ship takes damage and you get a hole in there. I think it'd be kind of cool to have these visible, or potentially visible, in the case something goes wrong. Also gives us the ability to maybe put lighting in here, and we could potentially have a system set up where maybe we'll have a walkway so you can see in here to see if anything's broken. You know, it's just playing with the way things are put together. And then down here, what we're going to do is, in order to get around the hole, is everything actually connected? We're going to attach these appropriately, hopefully appropriately. Let's see, you are one block there, so we're going to have to do this in the exact opposite pattern, where you will be these straight connectors, and then you will be the curved connectors, and then these we will weld up. The idea being that we want to make sure everything is actually connected through to each other. And since the ones on the top and the ones on the bottom portions of the arc are connected, as long as everything is connected elsewhere in the ship, we may do some piping in here to, like, maybe I'll do the actual connections in here, so that we end up with something like this. So maybe we'll leave, maybe, I don't know, do we want to leave? I think we'll do, those will be real connections from this cargo to down to this cargo all the way through. And these will be the real connections from the middle cargo to the top cargo all the way through on both sides. And then that will allow us to pipe everything through the cargo section. Since everything, regardless of where things are connected, you have the, what is it, the ventricle and the dorsal connections. No, I guess it would be just the horizontal, lateral connections. Basically, forward to aft on both sides are connected on the sides of the cargo pods. We just need to transfer things down. Oh, yes. So we're going to need to do 6 of these. And then we're going to come out here. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to have a lot of welding to do. Ugh. So much welding. Okay. So that gives us our cargo pods locked in. All of our cargo is now connected through on multiple sides. These will be welded up. Yeah, I think that's going to work really well, actually. Okay, now I'm curious and see what these are going to look like welded up. Let's go over here. We're going to drop off all of our parts because we've got a ridiculous number of them. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough for 13. Okay. We're gonna drop those off, pick up 2 more. And basically, these are gonna be 10 here. And just to show you what this is gonna look like. And these are paintable. You can come through and change the color on these if you want. Ooh, a little bit of system lag there. And see, I'm liking this when you look through. You'll be able to see these connected as well. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to look good when it's done. Okay, let's go grab some more parts, since we know we can carry like 13 pieces equivalent. Maybe even 14-ish. Alright. Because see, when you look through there, doesn't that look better? Look at that. That is going to be awesome when it's done. Okay, let's get these welded up first. We're going to weld up all the ones in here. So I knew people had been asking, you know, how am I going to wire all this through and get everything piped up? Because we've got so much cargo capacity on this ship. That's a question that I was trying to figure out myself, and I figured, you know, I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, well, we're putting this mod on, and we're starting to use it a little bit. So, I mean, look at that. That just, I like the way that comes out. Right? Ah, look at that. Alright. So, I'm thinking we're gonna, for now, let's take, we're going to do something down here. I don't know what yet. I'll probably frame this in to frame the engines or the thrusters. And I'm thinking we may, since we're using these anyway, let's go your T-shape, right? Yeah, your T-shape. I wonder if we can get, oh, we need basically a 6-way adapter. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I guess if we went just like so, and then on this one we do that, and let's take you out. We're going to do maintenance tube. Actually, do we have, no. Let's see, there we go. That's the merge list. We want this one so that we can choose which one we're working on. And we want that. Alright, so that feeds through here. That'll connect all of those thrusters up. I think we're going to take the old conveyor blocks out and put at least the conveyor tubing blocks. I think we're going to put piping in here. Which is just basically going to be 2 of those, and we're going to rotate these to give us an actual piping system. Oh, this one's going to be a pain in the butt. In this case, I think we may need to use the regular conveyor blocks. Let's grab these really quick. Really? There we go. I'll just use regular conveyor tubes there. Use conveyor tube there and there. Anything that's a short run, we'll just use regular conveyor tubing for. But I'm thinking for the longer blocks, or the longer conveyor runs, we're going to replace this with the piping. So if we do that. Ah, crap, I need access to the cargo. Which is fine because we have cargo right here. Look at that. Since we're just breaking things down at this point, we're not really welding the stuff up quite yet. Just doing some planning, more or less, you know. It's like, so this one's going to be that. We're going to do, you go there, you go there. Oh, you know what we can do? This would actually give us the ability to use this one. So then we go straight connector there, straight connector there. We want the adapter, which is going to be the curved adapter, to there. And then we run you down like a so. You like so, and then we go 1, 2. Oh, hell yes. Look at that. Oh, that brings back, that's very reminiscent of, you know, like the old school V8 with the supercharger on it. And, oh, I like that. Which means we're going to rework all of that piping. Oh, yes. I think this is going to be good. All right. Let's go pick up some parts here. We're going to drop off the stuff that we have. And I know we have parts over in the other container as well, so I'm not too worried about that right this second. Go ahead and recharge that really quick. And we are going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 8. And then for these, we're going to do 4, 5. Alright, so let's go get some of this welded up. So we want that welded up. That welded up. Let's see what this looks like when we're done. Now, if we really wanted to, because of the mod that we're using, we could actually walk around in here. But I am not wanting to do that for these. There we go. Alright, so let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Let me know what you all think. If you don't like it, too bad. Oh no! Let me know, seriously. Let me know what you think. Throw your feedback down in those comments, man. All right, so that is that. Now, the one thing that I don't like about this is, personally, I think these should be rounded a little bit. Like it should, because the way that they have it set up is it's basically a magnetic clamp onto the panel, right? I would like to see this better integrated into the tubing, but it'll work for what we're doing for right now. But I do like the way that just that feeling that you get from that, where it looks more like a piping system. So yeah, we're gonna have to weld up those thrusters as well. All right, so on this side, I don't think we showed you this. I went ahead and took the assemblers out over here because we've put them in over the on the approach to the engineering section. We have a, I guess we call it a production area now. So we have the refineries over here, and I did like the fact that the refineries do add a sense of weight to the structure over here. So we're going to leave the refineries over here. And what I'm doing is I'm basically matching the way that the things are connected over there. So we've got 2, 2, and then we have a 3, and then back here, I think if we do, and I don't know if I want to do this or not, but I'm trying to decide if I want to add 2 more refineries, because that's a lot of refineries right now. We will probably never have all of those refineries working, at least not at the same time, unless we do nothing but go mining for a couple of days with, you know, the big miner. Well, the large grid small, how do I want to say that? The small large grid welder, I think, is what we're looking for there. Because it doesn't have the capacity to pull a whole lot of resource through. Because at best, you know, it's only going to pull 1 cargo block. We've got, I don't know, like 20 cargo blocks or something like that. How many is it? That's what, 5? So 30 cargo blocks, 2 groups of 15. So yeah, we've got a lot more space than our little miner will ever be able to provide reasonably. So we're not too worried about having all of the refineries. It's more just of an aesthetic thing at this point. But I do want to keep it, like, I want to keep the weight to it, you know, that sense of weight. Or I guess sense of mass is a better way of saying it. Now, I had thought about putting the refineries up here, and if we did that, let's grab one of these. But see, the problem is that the blocks wouldn't be even. I mean, I guess we could still, we want it to be funny about it. We could do something like that. How many of these can we get in here if we did this? Dude, if I take that support strut out, let me check something here really quick. So if we did, why am I unable to place? Oh, because of this one. Yeah, give me the blocks. Give me the plates. Give me the plates. There you go. So if we did that, and we go here, that's funny. Because we can then straight up do that to tie it into the grid. Oh. I'm kind of curious. So I'm going to see what this looks like from the front. Oh, look at that. It does add just a little bit of texture detail, doesn't it? Because if we do, because I was thinking about either doing it that way, or we rotate them around. We basically put some blocks in to attach these two. So if I put a block, we're just going to put a placeholder right there for a second. No, you won't let me do that. I'd have to bring it out too in order to get it to, yeah. So we'd have to do it that way, which might not be bad, because then we could then put yield modules on that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this. Alright, we're gonna leave that alone for right now. We have other things to work on, so yeah. Now the big question is do I want to have, I'm really almost tempted to have this line instead of swept back and under everything like this and back and around. Oh, I'm almost tempted to have it sweep straight down. Basically have it come down past here. We'd move this, we would move the landing gear forward a little bit. Have that sweep down through here. And then run across down here. And then tie into the system over on this side. Decisions. Because if we do that, that'll give us an active connection on this side. We already have the beginnings of a connection back here because you're going to be piped through to the thrusters. That's our only connection to that array. So what if we did something like this, where we take that line out. Right, let's see what this looks like really quick. This is an easy thing to put back in, so we're not too worried about it. Would we be able to do this? I want you to be there. We're going to grab, thank you, grab you, have you come down. Well, I guess we could actually get away with it if we just went here. Because then we could just do that. That ends up piping that through. Or, conversely, no, we wouldn't be able to do that. We'd have to have yeah. Oh no, we could if we take you out and we go, I want a T-shape, but no, because it needs to be a connector here. See, what we need is one that's a straight adapter like this with a connector on the side. Man, see, what I really like is there is this one. I'd love for this particular block to be a connector block. I want... Where is our maintenance tunnel curved? Are you the regular T? Yeah. See, what I'd love is for that, where we'd have an adapter here with a connector that runs off this side. Because then what we could do with this is we'd have a system like this set up. Where we could then, you know, just run normal piping down here. So that would be... So something like this. I mean, I guess technically we can, because the connection doesn't actually have to be active here. It's just about the consistency of that, of what that looks like. I mean, if we just wanted to say hell with it entirely, we could just do that. I think we're going to do that. I think that's what we'll do. And then that gives us a secondary connection into the cargo system. How are we doing for fuel? We're okay for hydrogen currently. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the way that that's coming together. So we just have to get the rest of this stuff welded up. That's all connected through. You've got connections in between each other, in betwixt even. We just need to figure out what we're going to do for the back portion of the ship, because we need to figure out how we're going to wrap this together. You know what I could do, which might not be a bad idea, is if we're going with this idea where this is going to be basically closed off, let's go something like this. Right? So it's kind of clamped down onto it. Let's go... Weld you up. Weld you two up. Ah, crap. I'm thinking we'll leave this... I don't know, do we want to leave the scaffolding? Just leave the block scaffolding like this? Or do we want to weld it up so that it's solid? Maybe weld the ones on the end and the one in the middle. So we end up like this. How many blocks do we have? We're almost out of plates. Okay, so... go ahead and grab those. So we end up with something that works. Something like this. Let's see what I have in here. We're going to move you guys around a little bit. Let's put 500 of you back, and we're going to grab all of this stuff. Actually, let's put another 250 of you over there. Do we not have interior plates? Oh, okay. Well, crap. That should be close enough, right? Alright, so let's get these welded up first. Now, did we... weld you... weld you... some of this. Ah, crap. Need to go drop off. You know what? The hell with this. Let's just go drop a bunch of our stuff off here. Just drop all that. Go ahead and... Ah, crap. Oh, no, that's right. That was right. So we're going to do 10 of you, and then as many of you as we can. We've got motors. I think we may have motors over here. If not, I'm not too worried about it. So we're just welding this stuff up to get an idea of what this is going to look like once it's all done. So the question is do we like the solid block or the open block? And what I'm thinking we could do is, if we really wanted to, we could say, you know, do partial welds on it and grind them back down so that they're not completely solid. So you end up with a block. Really? So you end up with blocks that look something like that. Come on. See, the problem is that my welder is too upgraded. There we go. I'm kind of liking that idea, actually. Oh, we might be able to do something like that. Yeah, we might be able to do something like that
low
on the rest of this structure. So this is getting into greebling territory. There you go. I'm kind of liking that, actually. Turn off our light. We don't really need the light on right this second. Shoot. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I have to say I am kind of liking that. So if we do then... probably have to do it this way. Or better yet... Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to work better. And we can weld... I don't know, maybe even leave that completely unwelded.
meteor storm inbound.
So, because one of the things that I was thinking of is that we have this whole area where it's basically completely covered now. We'll be able to have that sealed off. You'll be able to see what's over here. But maybe if we did something like this, and then we do the same on this block here. So if we then go something like this, and that. Bad touches. Okay. No bad touches. Okay, let's go. So we have something like this, maybe. This is kind of what I was thinking about. And we Grab you out of there. We swing you back around. Go that way. Like so, and then like so. I don't know. What do you think? Think we should go that way, or should we just go ahead and do full blocks here? If we do a full block, this is what it'll look like. Yeah, I'm actually kind of liking that, I think. I mean, I like the lower profile half blocks in here because it gives you a little bit of room, but I don't know if it works the way that we want it to. All right, so I'm indecisive on this one. I like it both ways. I think it, yeah, that sounds bad. I like the design either way. So now my question to you will be, do you want to see the half block skeletal frame or the full block skeletal frame on the cargo section? And then the idea is that we'll only do this on this one. And let's see, I guess this one was where we had it originally. So we'd end up with, here and here. So yeah, it comes down to, if we do the half blocks, I would really like to figure out a way.
Low.
I wonder if we can... What if we did it... See, I think that's too sharp of a transition. I think I would like to have a little bit smoother of a transition on this line. So if we went like this, and then nope, wouldn't be able to do it. Oh crap. Okay. So I mean, I guess we could do something like this, and then we have this go to there. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this one to a vote. So for the cross bracing arms, the skeletal cross brace here, do we want half blocks or full blocks? All right, that's your homework assignment. Make sure you fill out that poll. It'll be in the top right corner. I know I'm horrible about putting those there, but hopefully this one will actually be there on time. That way we'll be able to have visibility into the cargo system. But it also has that feeling of being more interconnected. I mean, we could even completely remove those and just have them sitting here where they're connected on this side, but not secured all the way across. I mean, that could be an option actually, because we could do something like, say, here maybe. I mean, that is definitely an option. Let's take this out for a second. I'm kind of curious to see how this would play out if we did it this way. And then load you up. We basically just have it do that. Oh, that could be a thing, actually. Damn it. See? Too many options. Because if we did that, say do it on this line and this line like we were talking about before, and everything else just terminates there. Alright, I'm kind of curious. I want to see what this looks like. So we do that. Bring you back here to there. Alright, so you'll come out of there now. So you're out of there. We've got you clamped down. And we would do... Come on. This here. Let's weld that up into it looks like. Am I really out of plates again? Son of a... I keep running out of plates. Come here, you. I got some plates in here, right? I do. Okay. Come up and over, come back down and around.
Energy critical.
Yeah. I have a respawn. I have a respawn spot right on, like, directly below me, so I'm not too worried about running out of power at the second. I am more interested in seeing how this comes out. Oh, I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. Because we could even go so far as take you out. And do something... So if we did that to there, and then that, see, we could even do stuff like this. See. Alright, we've got some ideas here. Alright, so like I said, do you want skeletal or full arms? And do we want to have the clamps? Do we want to have the system set up as a clamp where it's just kind of holding it on, like over here? Or do we want it to be, you know, attached all the way across? Oh, so yes, there's going to be two poles. I kind of like it either way. I am almost tempted to do this something like bringing that down. No, that's not going to work. We need to have that reversed. All right, so that's where we're going to leave it here. I'm going to finish welding up all of this stuff that we've gotten done over here, so when we come back next time, you'll be able to see it. Hopefully, we will have most of this closed in, and based on whatever the feedback is that you come up with, next week we should have this updated. And I'll probably wait until like next Wednesday or so to resolve this particular piece. But for now, I'm going to get the rest of this stuff welded up, because we can always take some of this back out if we need to. So I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. Not only do the likes and comments help the channel to grow, they let me know that you're enjoying it. And if you're really enjoying it, want to do something nice for me on this Friday afternoon, well, Friday morning when the video comes out. I'm a bit tired today. Oh, no, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date when new videos come out, be sure to ring the bell as well. And on that note, I am going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and enjoy the rest of your Friday. All right, I'm out of here. Hope you all take care, everybody. As always, take care and be safe out there, everyone. Oh, it's been a long day.